Here we go. All right, all right. Ugh. Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. And we are live. Cool, cool, cool. Let's do it. All right. Instagram, let's go. Son of a bitch. Well, good morning. It is Saturday, 8:25. I'm Gabriel. I don't know, I'm talking so low. I'm Gabriel, best-selling author, trying to set up the Instagram live stream, and it just doesn't work. You know what? Instagram, we are just not going to do you anymore. Screw it. Word. What's up? Good morning. Okay. What are we doing today? Day 15. 3 Litrpg book series. Island Lit. Tentatively titled Island Lit Home Depot. Warrior Academy, working on that. Let's see, what else? Talk a little bit about writing. Talk a little bit about, that's about it. Drink a little bit of Magic Mind, self-promotion. Be cool if they give me a free prescription, you know? Prescription. Subscription? Subscription. But yeah. All right. Cool. All right, let's see. What's first? Let's check this here. Oh, thank you to Normandy Beach Party for letting me use your music. I appreciate it. I appreciate not giving me a copyright strike like everybody else who sells their music does. That's a bubbly. Okay. Island Lit Home. Let's open that up. I got a little bit of work done yesterday. It was Friday. Wife's home, so I couldn't stay and get all the things done like I would like, but it is what it is. So we'll see in a few minutes how much actual work I did. We're currently at 14K here. Speech to text, we'll load those into the Programo, and then we'll start with. So I'll probably be doing this about an hour and a half. I'm not going to be a super long one. It's Saturday. Got a ton of shit to do. Start with the obligatory. I'm a writer. I'm an author, best-selling, self-published author who streams to promote my writing. I don't write to promote my streaming. I don't know if that makes sense. So I'm not a streamer who writes. I'm a writer who streams. Boom. All right. Here is these 2 wonderful programs that the amazing Seth Ring gave me access to. He's the fucking man. And what I will do now is download these 2 speech files, which I will then upload into the program, and it will convert those to text. And then I'll add those to the document, and we'll see how we are word-wise. And then we'll switch over to Warrior Academy, because I now have a deadline for that, only because it's my personal deadline, because I made a promise to release 9 books in 9 months. Originally, I had thought that if you've been following the stream, I started a few months ago. I have a contract with Athon Books, and I submitted those, 2 of the 3, and I thought they would be out sometime this Christmas, but it's actually going to be out in April. So I now need to put December, January, February, March, 4 books out before those 3 come out. So it should be it's doable. I'll do it. I got 2 of the books pretty much ready. I'll have 3 more by February. So if I keep working the way I am, it should be fine. Should be fine. I don't know. It is a arbitrary, what's the word? This is pretty loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. It's arbitrary in that I set the deadline for myself, as in I have to put a book out a month. I don't have to, but I want to because I want to experiment on how the algorithm for Amazon's working. So if you've heard me talk before, the Amazon algorithm, AWS, Amazon Web Services, has an algorithm that ranks your books on Amazon, and then based on how it ranks it, it pushes the book to people to purchase. Amazon is the only, I guess, what's the best word? It's the largest book market in the world. 75% of all books purchased in the world, 75%, 3/4, Amazon. So there's really not another player in the space. I mean, if you're in China or whatchamacallit, China or Korea, they don't do Amazon, but either of those two. But besides that, the rest of the world has Amazon. Pretty much. Russia doesn't have Amazon. But their authors get on Amazon because if you follow Litrpg, we'll go there too. This will take a few minutes for them to transfer over. But if you follow Litrpg, you know tons of the authors are Amazon. Tons of the authors are Russian. That magic mine's hitting. The rings. While that's going, let me do the obligatory "Who am I?" posts into the chat window. So if you want to check out my books, you can. Oh, From Chef to Craft to Conqueror by Gabriel Rathwig. That is me. Let me just put this in there. You'll hear me talk about this every single time. This is a clean link. What is a clean link? A clean link is a link that goes from the, I guess not pointing, from the, here you can see on my screen, the cursor, Amazon to the book. So each of these backslashes, forward slashes, backslash. So it goes Amazon, stores, Gabriel Rathwig, author, book, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps to get to the book. And you'll see all the gunk and shit at the end that I deleted. That's all gobbledygook you want to get rid of, because the closer to Amazon you get, the better the link is and the more likely it is to work. So yeah, it's just I harp on that because it's very important. Unclean links suck. Unclean links really, really, really suck. So those are in the chat. Cool. So let me think. So this July, I started Mercenary Reincarnated as a chef. And that was July and August stream was finishing that book. It took me about a month and a half to finish, 2 months to do that book. And a month and a half on stream because it was, I was figuring out streaming and writing. But I finished that book and submitted it. And if you follow the stream, you saw that. Then I immediately switched to From Chef to Craft to Conqueror, book 6. And I started that September one and finished that in 26 days. So 100,000 words in 26 days, which is how I gauge a book, because I do percentage-wise. And 100,000 words is 100%. Every 1,000 words is 1%. Therefore, I can track my progress down to the thousandths of a percent. So if I do 1,000 words a day, that's a 1%. If I do 1,100 words, that's 1.1%, and so on. So the goal is 10,000 words a day. Now, that's the goal. It does not, rarely does it hit that. Do I hit that goal? But that is the goal. And from Chef Book 6, it was 100,000 words in 26 days. So I hit that goal the last 2 weeks of doing it, which was great, and I hit it consistently, and it killed the book. It was like 5,000, 6,000, 8,000, 10,000, 10,000, 8,000, and I knocked the book out real quick. But that was the initial, because you'll see when the program pops up. Yeah, still waiting. That's the initial speech to text. Then you got to edit, rewrite, and that took another 2 weeks. So from September 26th to October 15th, I was rewriting and editing, and then I put the book up for pre-order October 15th, and then released it November 1st. And so altogether it was 2 months. of total. But I think if I didn't do the pre-order, and I should have just released it October 15 instead of waiting to November 1, because I know I'm meandering a lot, but it's all coming back. Because as I was talking about earlier, Amazon Web Services and how it tracks and promotes your books changed right when I put my book up for pre-order. And it happens every October, November, every year. Like clockwork, Amazon updates its algorithm. You hear all the authors complaining on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and whatever other social media there is. And they're like, oh no, my books don't do so well. It's because the algorithm changed. And I'm pretty much used to it. And I don't know why. It's like kind of sadomasochistic that I put my book up right when the algorithm's changing. But I kind of find it satisfying for like the fact that like my book still does well enough, people still like it, I still generate sales, and I still kick ass in the rankings even when the algorithm's updating. And like it's just like a smug satisfaction that like I don't have to rely on the like I don't have to do it like everybody else. I don't know. It's just I'm such a contrarian by nature. I don't know. It's if I did the right way, I'd probably fucking be a millionaire and, and be able to retire, but whatever. I don't know, whatever, fuck it. Cussing, how far into the stream are we? 11 minutes. Damn, I didn't cuss for 11 minutes. Okay. All right, tomorrow, try to get past 11 minutes. Okay, so the point of that was Amazon algorithm. It's updated. My book only hit 450 on the whole total Amazon ranking. So the point of that was with the update, even with the update on the algorithm, we still hit top 450, right? And we're still sitting at number 4 in alternative history. Still great, still kicking ass. Here's the other cool part. I keep pointing over here because that's where the other monitors are. I have 3 monitors, and I have to look at other screens because I have ADD, which, whatever, I won't talk about that. But here's the awesome part. So here's book 1. Oh, you can't see it. Yeah, you can. All right, so here's book 1, and now it's sitting at number 17 in the category because book 6 is out, and it's kicked. Now, what you're seeing after, say we're 15 days in, we're actually a month in because of the 2-week pre-release. Sorry, I've got a kitten. My wife has a kitten, and she has to be in here with me because she's a monster. I'll show you as soon as I catch her when she comes up to lay on my feet because she's exhausted. But here's the kicker. Because book 6 is doing so well, people will now buy books 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so your back catalog will kick ass if your recent book does well, Hi. Come here. I want to show you to everybody on the stream. Come on, crazy. Come on. Ha ha! Got you. And this is Yuki. She is a wild cat. I'm trying to turn her into a shoulder cat. She is having trouble doing it. She is my wife's cat. And yeah, she's awesome. She's wild. And there you go. So, what was I talking about? Yeah, so once you launch a book, all the other books kick ass. So, yesterday I sold 10 of the new books, but I sold 7 of book 5 of book 4, and so on. So it cruises down. It cruises downhill. And so now for the rest of the month, I'll be riding this, well, for the next 2 months. The rest of this week, 2 weeks, and then the rest of next month, I'll ride the sales off book 6, and it'll push the sales of books 1 through 5, along with my back catalog of I Am Gamer and White Soul. These will sell now more because of book 6, and this will kind of peter off about right around 50,000 page reads per day for the next month, and that'll net me like $7-8 grand next month, maybe. you know, ish, depending, because you see a quantitative, a continuous decline. I don't know, whatever the word is. You'll see a decline in it's just a steady curve down, and it's about 20% a month. So say for example, hypothetically, if you make $10,000 the first month you release a book for 30 days, the next month you'll make 8, then 5 to 6, then 3 to 5. So you really only have about 3 to 4 months of really consistent sales when you release a book before it peters off to about nothing. Now, if you are a semi-established author, you probably sit around $500 a month for the rest of the year, about 12 for maybe 6 more months after that. So maybe you have a 9-month window, but really it's 3 months where you make any money. And this is why the only viable strategy of self-publishing on Amazon, if you want to do it as a career, is a 3-book series minimum, 3-month maximum release window, 1 to 2 months between books. So it gives you 6 months. So if you 6 to 9 months. So if you so hypothetically, like let's say, I'm really going off tangent now because I'm waiting for, bam, we got 10 and we're waiting on 11. I'm waiting for this to finish. Because like let's say you wrote, like for this new series I'm writing, ISLANDLIT. It's 300,000 words total. That'll be 100,000 words per book. That's really the sweet spot. Anything less, if people get mad, like 80,000 words is the minimum you can really put for a novel before people get angry, and that's cutting it. And I write 100,000 words, and that's, some people think that's not enough, you know, especially the like military sci-fi crunchy reader people. Some of these RPG books are like 200,000 words, you know, and hi. So what ideally you want to do once you get 3 books is you would say, hypothetically, you have 3 books written and now you want to release them. You would start and have one out in January, then March, and then May. That's as a new author. That gives you a 2-month release window so your name stays on the Amazon algorithm. Now the problem with that is, with that not working for everybody, is nobody knows who you are. Even if you release a book, nobody knows who you are. So the only way around that is to release books in popular genres where the reader base is fanatic. And I'm lucky enough to write in those genres. I write in very niche, reader-hungry genres. Time travel, alternate history, historical fiction are very popular niche genres, and people that read in them consume them religiously. So like I'll just show you, like, so you can see here, October 1st, right? That's the night of. So right here, how do I explain that? Woo! All right, let me do this real quick, and we'll put a pin on that. Put a pin on that, and if somebody reminds me later that's watching, or I never come back to it, I never come back to it. Let's knock this into the. All right. So that's about 1,000 words. 10. Let's go here, down the bottom. Okay. Oh shit! Look at this. This is 1, 2, 3.5. That's almost 2,000 words. That's probably 1,700 words. Not bad. Not bad at all. So that'll probably put me at, let's see, review, word count, 17K. So we're at 17K, 16,990. Let me move my ugly face. Actually, it's a beautiful face. My wife loves it. It's super handsome. Women love it. Men want it. What's that quote? Women want me and men want to be me. 16,990. So rewrites and edits, that's 25,000 words probably. So I'll be if I rewrote and edited this amount right now, that probably 25,000 words plus. So that's a quarter of the book, and we're on day 15. So we're 100,000 words behind, 125,000 words behind where I should be. I'm gonna try to. So I said it yesterday. I'm gonna try to really go hard now the last 2 weeks because I think setting myself the artificial goal of 1 book a month is not hard enough anymore. And I don't mean that to sound cocky or conceited, but it is. I don't think it's too hard for me to write 1 book a month. Now, not publish and release a book a month, that's different. That is harder, but to just finish a book, the first draft isn't hard anymore. So what I kind of did purposefully, it wasn't even so. I did on purpose. I fucking procrastinated for 2 weeks. My wife was gone for the first week of the month, then she was gone for the second, the tail end of the first week, and then last week she was gone. So I just kind of fucked around. I did 17,000, not even 17, 14,000 words in 2 weeks. That's 1,000 words a day. That's fucking terrible. I'm cussing now because I feel embarrassed. Anyway, so by doing that, I messed around on purpose, and now I given myself half the amount of time to get almost the exact same amount of words done. Well, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try really hard to get at least 10,000 more words today. If I can get 10,000 words today, and I could do so for the next 15 days, that'll give me 150,000 words, and that'll be 170, 166.90. So 170. That's 1.7 books. If I get 20,000 a day, that'd be insane. I don't even know if that's possible. That's crazy. I think I'll burn myself out. That's another thing. Oh, writing tip. I never give a writing tip. Don't burn yourself out. If you really want to, people think it's easy just to write a book and make shit up. It's easy to just make shit up. It's easy. It's not. It's really hard to make shit up. It's really hard to make shit up and make it make sense as you make it up, you know? And it's hard to do that shit. And the more you do it, it takes a lot of brain power, and it really just exhausts you. And then when you finish 1 book, like, you're kind of spent. And some people, a lot of authors, go right into the next one, and then the next one, and then after 6 books or 7 books, they're just burnt out and they can't write for months and months and months, and then they drop off, and then they come back a year later refreshed and like, I'm ready to write again, and then they've lost their whole customer, their fan base because they're gone, and then they lost their confidence because it's been so long, and it really just fucks them up because they push too hard too fast. So as I'm talking about writing 20,000 words a day in 2 weeks, careful not to burn yourself out, because it's really easy to do, and people don't talk about it. So set manageable goals that you can hit, that make you feel accomplished, that won't burn you out. Now, as I say that, I'm definitely not going to hit 20,000 words a day. I'm saying that as a hypothetical, and it's wow, that would be cool. What's most likely going to happen is I'll get about 100,000 to 150,000 words, and I'll feel very accomplished. And at the end of the month of October, I'll have a book and a half, 2 books done, ready to be written and edited, and I'll feel good about myself. And then next month, I'll try again and try to do 3 more books, and I'll probably get 2 that time. And then the months after that, I'll probably get 2.5, and it's a slow progression. But, it is what it is. I'm honest with myself about what I don't lie to myself about when I fail, or when I am bad at something or make a mistake, or I try to own it, because only then can you get better at it. Here's my other cat. All right, we're gonna have a cat showdown. All right, so we're at 17,000 words. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Let me think. What was I talking about here? Well, these are done. Let's close those up. Today I'll get some more on that. Did I link book 6? Let's link book 6 from Chef. If you've been watching, you can see. So the first review I got was a 1-star, and he kind of fucked up my rating for the first 2 weeks. It really. I'm not mad that I got a 1-star. I'm mad that the first review that Amazon put on the book was a 1-star. Not because it hurts my feelings, but because it fucks up the purchasing. People see that 1-star, and if they've never read the series or they're on the fence, they just won't buy it. So it's taken 15 days to get more reviews, the majority of which are positive, to get it up to 4.5 stars. And 4.5 stars is the golden rating. Anything above 4.5, people will buy. Anything below 4.5, as in 4.4, people have a general aversion to. I do not know why. I think it's psychological, but 4.5 stars is like, oh, everybody, oh, it's good. Because people just are like, I think people naturally chalk up a certain amount of reviews to haters. So 4.5 means it's basically 5 stars. Now, if you're above a 4.5, if you're 4.7, 4.8, and you have lots of reviews, that's genuinely an amazing book and everybody loves it. And that's very rare. Iron Prince, things like that. Most people are haters. Okay, so let's link this. So this is not a clean link, right? Look how much is going on here. Let's see if we can go and get it to a clean spot. Because see here, it's an ad. This is a special link. So let's go down here. See if this kicks me. All right, right here. So here's the right here. GP product. Bam. Get rid of this. Get rid of that question mark. Pop that in. And see it goes Amazon group product. Boom. So 1, 2, 3 at the book. Clean links. Clean links. All the other stuff gets cut. From Chef book 6. What was I gonna say? There's the book in the chat. Oh, here's a cool thing. So yeah, Mercenary Reincarnated as a Chef. This is where I was going with that. So back to that. So that book was finished in August and submitted, and that was book 2. Book 1 they already had, but book 1 is already in production for audio by Ralph Lister, who's awesome. But that's not what's cool. Here's the cool part. I finally have a release date. All that to go, hey, I have a release date. And it is April. Far as fuck. And I don't know where. There we go. See all. Gabriel Rathwig. Well, you know what? I think we're going to have to do this a different way. What if we go into here and we go just Rathwig? So me. There it is. Boom. Cool, right? That's cool. I guess this is a cover reveal. I didn't show it. I showed it in my Patreon, I think. But I think this is a dope cover, man. Mercenary Reincarnated as a Chef. Got the little here. Athon Books tag. Griffin. That's Ragnar in the book. There's Direwolf Blancfang. There's the little Diddy, the Diddy Kong. So full disclosure, when I wrote this book, there was no Diddy trial, and it is based off the video game character we all know and love, and then the main character, and then towers in the background, the city flying. It's just such a great cover, and I'm super excited about it. But this is not exciting. April 28th is far. April 28th is far. But whatever, you know, fuck, I don't care. I'm excited that I got a Athon tag coming. And yeah, what's cool too is I'll have five books out. Five more books out. One, like if you count from Chef 6, and then I'll have Warrior Academy 1, 2, and 3. So that's December, January, February. And then I'll put another book out in March. That's 5. I don't know which book. Probably I'll probably have to do another from chef because I already have 20% of it done. So I'll probably do that in March, and then April. Cats, what are you doing? Anyway, so yeah, this is pretty cool. And I didn't write the foreword, the blurb, and I think it's pretty good. Let's give it a quick. Mercenary reincarnated as a chef. A Litrpg adventure. Demon Rue, Book 1. So originally the title was Demon Rue, like roux, R-O-U-X. You see it there, roux, like a roux. You know, if a roux is a butter and flour, you heat it up and melt it and you add it to soups and stuff. It's a thickener. It's in everything. Like I said, it's chefs know what a roux is, and Demon Rue. And there's a running gag in the book where the main character, Diamond Lou, is called Demon Rue because he's processed by a cat animal. And I just thought it was hilarious, and it worked so well as the theme for, you know, assassin, chef, magical world, Demon Rue, so many connotations, some, you know, but whatever. Anyway, so I'm super excited. So here we go. He'll trade his dagger for a cleaver. Bon appetit. Diamond Lou was the best mercenary assassin the world had ever known. Even the best have to die sometimes. For Lou, that was okay. He tired of all the killing and death. Only the end never came. The goddess Azrael intervenes, giving him the opportunity to be reborn in a fantasy world, not to be a mercenary or a killer, but a chef. Lou takes that chance. However, sometimes you get more than you bargained for. It's a good thing he knows how to fight for the chance at his new life, one actually worth living. Jump into this not quite cozy new Litrpg adventure with a cooking twist featuring slice-of-life elements, slow build progression, tower climbing, incredible beasts, deep world building, magic, and delicious food. Perfect for fans of Delicious in Dungeon, Morkster Chef, and Grilled Armageddon. Not bad. I guess pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I kind of wanted to tell the guys not to put it up for pre-order, but yeah, so far away, pre-order is like, there's just no reason for it, you know, to just, but I'm super excited. It's cool. It's my first non-self-published book, and that's cool. That's pretty cool. So yeah, that's coming. That's coming. You pre-order if you want. I'd rather you didn't. I'd rather you people buy it when it comes out, just to push the sales ranking up. I mean, but if you want to pre-order, go for it. I don't care. You know, do whatever you want to do. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, exciting. It's coming out. What did I talk about that? Get rid of that. This is cruising. This is done. 17K. Let's open Warrior Academy. All right, let's close this. 33 minutes. Oof. All right. Okay. So I want to get this book done by end of the month, and I want to push it out December 1st. It's not going out for pre-order, so I don't have any restrictions on here. So like when you go into do a new book, if you saw me do it, there's restrictions when you have a pre-order. You have to get it in a certain amount of days before you release it. So if I was to do a pre-order for Warrior Academy Book 1, I'd have to have it submitted by like the 25th, you know, like 4 or 5 days before the actual release date, because they want to make sure it's right for when it comes out. When you do just spur of the moment release, like, so I'll click release on December 1st, it takes them up to 72 hours to release it. Usually it's done in less than 24. It takes like 12 hours or less, depending on, you know, like if you're a consistent poster and you don't have any issues. But I'm going to have to delete this title. Yeah. Manage this series. and delete them all and put new ones out. I'll just do that later. I don't really want to do it right now. Delete series, yeah. I gotta delete the whole thing and re-release it because it's got to be detached from the old series. All right. So let us begin. Let's see, track 6. Okay. What else? What else? What else? 250 pages. 15 days. No, it's actually not 250 pages. It's more than that because I have to do double like this. Yeah, this is only book 1. I'm gonna have to speed up this. I'll probably do a lot off camera, but I'm gonna have to do 30 pages a day, I guess. 15 days, 20 pages a day is 300 pages. Yeah, that probably won't be enough. I'll have to do 15, 20 pages a day. Well, it just means working more than an hour and a half on this a day, so whatever. It is what it is. Who cares? All right. Track 6, Express Yourself by NWA. Justin and his cronies continued chatting away in the back of the classroom. Miss Parker cleared her throat once more. Miss Parker, let me see. Miss Parker cleared her throat and stretched. Okay. Justin and his cronies continued chatting away in the back of the classroom, despite the teacher's call to start class. Miss Parker cleared her throat once more. This time, the sound filled with a sense of this time the sound was somehow filled with the with a killing intent that caused me to blink. Period. I looked back and I looked toward the back of the room and saw Justin give the teacher a side eye and scoff. Then deliberately continuing I looked toward the back of the room and saw Justin give the teacher a sidelong glance and scoff, then deliberately he deliberately continued his conversation, displaying his disregard for the teacher for all to see. I chanced a quick glance back at the teacher, who had narrowed her gorgeous, were they blue eyes? I hope so. Blue eyes at the offending student, comma, then I chanced a quick glance back. I chanced a quick glance back. That's a fucking ugh. I chanced a quick glance back at the teacher who had narrowed her gorgeous blue eyes at the offending student, then, almost faster than I could see, almost faster than my eyes could see. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Almost faster than my eyes could see. That's a little bust. Her arm flashed out, her arm moved in a flash, comma, whipping out and flinging something, comma, maybe I'll find something before. Her limb was back at her side. Okay. I chanced a quick glance back at the teacher who had narrowed her gorgeous blue eyes at the offending student. Then, almost faster than my eyes could see, her arm moved in a flash, whipping out and flinging something before her limb was back at her side as if nothing had happened. Thwack! A small stiletto had embedded itself in the wall directly next to and behind Justin's head. Still vibrating from the force of the throw. The bully looked up, saw the shaking blade, then leaped to his feet, glaring murder at the diminutive but deadly teacher. Is that supposed to scare me? He growled, looking back at his friends for support. They all, instead of the emotional bolstering Justin had been expecting, his goon squad were staring silently back at their leader, wide-eyed and pointing at his hair. The knife had sliced right through his long ponytail, severing it completely severing it. The blade had only missed his neck by millimeters. She was able to make a throw from that distance. Wow. I thought impressed. Shaking my head, I was impressed. My teenage brain kept. No, that's not good. That's not good. Let's think. I exclaimed out loud, earning a raised eyebrow from Maggie, to which I was mostly oblivious as I was staring so intently at Miss Parker. She was intense in the best of ways. I watched as Justin's face fell and turned an even sicklier shade of white, which, if I hadn't seen it myself, would have thought was impossible. As he realized what had just happened. I watched as Justin's face fell and turned an even sicklier shade of white. Justin's face fell and turned even lighter and sicklier? Why doesn't sicklier work? Where's fucking Encyclopedia Britannica when I need it? I don't want to listen to this shit. Here. Sicklier. Yeah. You ain't messing with me now. Sicklier. We're going to just add that. We're going to ignore, dismiss. Do you know who I am? Who my family are? Ooh. He tried to yell, but his words coming out as more of a squawking caw than the deep basso the boy was going for. Okay. Do you know who my family is? Dismissed. Dismissed. Miss Parker silenced him with a fierce glare. I could feel the killing intent radiating from her from where I was, even from even from as far away as I was sitting. Never had I felt such a strong killing intent from someone, except my master. Except my master and sensei. Note to self, do not mess with Miss Parker. Oh, I am very familiar with the local clan of Necros. Please, Necro clan, please tell your father I said hello. He is very familiar. How you out of here? Have fun.
Sorry, Dan.
It's okay. That's my wife. She's going to do Bikram's yoga. Have fun, babe. Oh, tired. Okay. Familiar with me and my skills. I imagine he'd be I imagine he'll be much angrier with you than me for earning my ire. Earning my ire. Now, sit down, she commanded. Justin, I could tell Justin wanted to argue with her, but his friends pulled him back and he somehow swallowed his pride and collapsed back into his seat, arms over his chest and glaring daggers at Miss Parker. I could tell Justin wanted to argue with her, but his friends pulled him back, and he somehow swallowed his pride, collapsing back into his seat, arms over his chest, and glaring daggers at Miss Parker's. Good. At least you are as smart as a dog. Any more outbursts, and I will not be so kind as to only cut off someone's ponytail, Miss Parker continued. Now, since this is our first class, and this will be your homeroom for the semester, we will begin introductions. Mine first, as I am the most important person in the room. Not you. Not any of you. You will all meet each other in due time. I will also get to know you on a more personal level if you excel, or on the flip side, are a cause for ... concern. Yes, concern. Nope. I will go first, as I am the most important person in the room, not any of you. You will all meet each other in due time. I will also get to know you on a more personal level, whether you excel, or on the flip side, choose to excel here at Warrior Academy, Or, on the flip side, or, on the other hand, are a cause for ... concern, comma, yes, concern, a good word. Now, here is what you need to know about me. She gestured behind her, and the board flared to life, pinging and connecting to all our R2s. Miss Diana Parker, level, not available, faculty, class S, rank S, Warrior Academy, the Warriors, race, human, title, Princess Death, weapon, blades, weapon, dueling blades. Did I spell that right? Dueling blades. Affinities, air and fire. R sprite, unknown. Skills, unknown. Wins, draws, losses, 105, 10, 25. Known information. Teacher at Warrior Academy. Known information. Dueling teacher at Warrior Academy. One, two, three, 4, 5 more pages. Ugh. I don't know if you can tell, but I hate rewriting and editing. I hate the minutia, the fucking busy work. I need more coffee. I'll be right back. I guess I have the microphone still connected to me, so there's that. Oh, man. I guess I could hire somebody to do the rewrites and edits, but the problem with hiring a an editor, is finding somebody who can actually speak with your voice and not their own voice and not what they think your voice is. And I know those seem like they're all kind of similar things, but they're not. They're not the same at all. I'm really lucky because my wife knows me so well, and she rereads my books for me. And so what she does is she'll read my book and she'll just highlight the shit that she doesn't understand, because she doesn't like the genres I write in. She doesn't like the shit I write. I mean, she likes what I write because she loves me and that stuff, but it's just not her. You know, she's not into this shit. She's into like the Love Island and, you know, girl shit. She's a girl. I'm so tired. Okay, hiccup. Ugh, stretch. Ugh. Even standing. Ugh. Whew. Okay. Let's go. Let's get this page knocked out. Princess Death. Holy crap. She was a legend on Team Warriors. She was a legend on the school's dueling team, comma, the Warriors. More duels were won because of her than the entire Warrior Academy team combined during the last tournament. Maggie cooed under her breath. Okay. Yeah. It was nice of Maggie to fill in some of the blanks for me. I knew the woman was a badass, but I didn't realize she was this hardcore. No wonder she was the dueling teacher. Miss Parker, I'm so sorry, Justin began. Can it, Belmart? See, I'm reaching the end of my, patience because I'm starting to fucking slur my words. Miss Parker, I'm so sorry, Justin began. Can it, Belmont? She barked, cutting him off mid-sentence. Now, as for the rest of you, yes, that's me, Princess Death. No, I won't answer questions or talk about it, at least not yet. If any of you children impress me this year, I may tell you a few stories. But for now, back to the school stuff. She made a few gestures on a glowing screen that appeared in front of her, then nodded satisfactorily to herself. Here is your daily schedule. As our R2s pinged again. Here is your daily schedule. Class S, Warrior Hall, breakfast, main dining room. Oh, let's see. Warrior Hall, breakfast, main dining room. Champions Hall, Warrior Hall Coliseum, Champions Hall, Armory, Library, BHO Center, Auditorium, main dining room, Champions Hall, free time curfew, classes end for the day, dueling arena, dueling center. No, assembly, auditorium. That's all. Enough. Okay, homeroom, class S, Warrior Hall. 8:15, breakfast, main dining room, Champions Hall. Champion Hall. Hey, there we go. Okay. Since the schedule has already been uploaded to each one of your R2s, there are no excuses for tardiness, Miss Parker explained. This will be your schedule for the first quarter of the year. If there are any changes in the future, they will go directly to your R2s. Remember, comma, tardiness is we have a 0 tolerance tardiness policy, and all instances will result in an immediate reprimand along with an appropriate punishment. All relevant school rules okay. Remember, we have a 0 tolerance policy for tardiness, and all instances will result in immediate reprimand along with an appropriate punishment. All relevant school rules and other necessary information are now accessible from your R2s. Does anyone have any questions? Okay. Okay. Sorry for looking at my mouth when I'm yawning like that. That's just rude. I should cover my mouth. 1, 2, 3.5 more pages. Let's go. Let's go. All of us had augmented reality reticules, R2s, since they were required for acceptance into the school. And already we're already well acquainted. Look at that. Spell acquainted. With their use and with their functions. R2s were the main way information was passed to the masses these days. That's better. Those with the technological marvel were able to have receive information by having it directly downloaded into their brains. I before E except after C when followed by A as a neighbor and way. While in amazing technology, the information download only worked for traditional information passing only worked hard, like for academic studies, comma, like math and literature. They could literally upload an entire semester's worth of knowledge to our R2 units, which could then process and integrate that new data into our consciousness, into our cerebrum's subconscious in seconds. It was too bad it didn't work for things that took hands-on learning. It was too bad it didn't work for things that required hands-on learning. Anything that required tactile sensation to fundamentally understand couldn't be learned by uploading. Hence why we had classes and teachers with live instruction. Still, having an R2 was such a blessing, and I was lucky to have one. But, like most things, they were taken for granted by most of the masses, by most of those who had them. As an example, comma, of how of how R2 separated the haves and have-nots, comma, only those with R2s could attend Warrior Academy or any of the other training schools around the world for that matter. Okay. Still yawning again, sorry. Miss Parker began speaking again, grabbing me from my random musings. Since this is your first day, since this is the first day of school, I will give you the rest of class to talk amongst yourselves and prepare for your next period. Also, if anything were to happen, such as it did, there are any situations such as those that took place earlier, Miss Parker said, quirking an eyebrow at Justin, I will be extremely unhappy, and none of you would like to see me unhappy. Understood? She finished, giving each student locking eyes with each student in turn before continuing. Yeah.
Just get the bicycle.
Okay, hey, how's it going?
Good. You on the podcast?
Just streaming my writing.
Oh, okay.
What's going on?
We'll just get the bike. We're going to go to Patrick in about half an hour.
Are you with everybody?
Just Alex.
Oh, okay. Hey, Alex.
Hi.
What's going on, buddy? Sick?
No, but we're just getting my bike.
Oh, that's what Daddy said.
Then we'll see him later. We'll get back to Patrick.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Guess what we're gonna do at Patrick?
you're gonna get a haircut.
No.
You're gonna go boat ride.
No.
You're gonna eat food.
What are those
We're
things?
going to buy a Christmas present.
Oh,
Disney tickets.
Disney tickets.
Annual classic. Yeah.
That's cool. You guys gonna go Disney all year round?
Yeah.
Right on.
It'll be forced to December 18th, 2026.
Cool.
And I'm
He's never
excited.
been to Disney before, have you?
No, he's never been. Only Disney Springs.
Sing the song.
What?
M-I-C.
K-E-Y O-U-S-E.
Y-A. Wait, that's one of those. That's like the 90s music.
Why?
It's
Because
out of
we
clues.
love you.
You talking about YMCA?
Yeah, oh yeah, Y-M-C-A. That's funny. That song was like when I was at like the party for Mega Blast.
Uh-huh.
I put that on,
Oh,
and it makes me feel like I'm on a cruise.
Ah, well, you were a cruise boy.
YMCA.
that's a Trump song. Let's go.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Well, that's my dad and my little brother. As I said before, you can use the last 30 minutes of class to get to know one another. Then head to breakfast when the bell rings. Maggie, Caden, and I looked at each other a bit nonplussed for a moment before turning back to the teacher. Miss Parker, who had already sat down and seemed to be engrossed with her R2, completely ignoring the class around her. I shrugged and turned to Caden, who was sitting between Maggie and me, then held out my hand. So, Caden, is it? I asked, as he took my hand in his own and shook it. He had a surprisingly firm with a surprisingly firm grip. I'm Hero. He smiled shyly at me as we shook hands. Yeah. No, wait. I'm Caden. It's nice to meet you. By the way, I noticed that I couldn't access your information. Is that because you're hiding something? He stammered, stuttering the words because he was speaking so quickly, because he was babbling. He stopped himself and winced. Sorry about that. Period. I know that it's rude to ask someone about their information. Being we just met and all, period. But I have trouble shutting my mouth sometimes, and it gets me into, trouble. Nah, man, it's cool. I never show my info to people anyway, unless I'm dueling. Of course. Or we are really close or something, though. It's something that my master drilled into me for as long as I can remember. I laughed and shook my head, squeezing his hand one last time in a friendly way before I said, as I chuckled and shook my head, squeezing his hand one last time in a friendly way before releasing it. Oh, that's smart, ... I guess, but now that you're in school, everyone should have access. To everyone else's R2s. It's the way it's done here. Period. The fact that you hide your info is kind of weird, I replied with a shrug. Not caring what anyone else thought of me one iota. Well, maybe I cared what one person thought. as my heart jumped into my throat at the girl's words. Well, it's only paranoia if they aren't watching. At least that's what my master always said. I parroted the old line the man who raised me said at every chance he'd gotten. Your master says a lot of stuff, Caden mused. And said, not says, I replied nonchalantly. Okay. Well, it's only paranoia if they aren't watching. At least that's what my master always said. I parroted the old line the man who raised me said every... The old line the man who raised me quoted every chance he'd gotten. I used the old line, the man who raised me. The man who raised me, what's the word? I used the old line, the man who raised me. Repeated? Yeah, I guess every chance he'd gotten. Your master says a lot of stuff, Kate mused. I spent a lot of time with him since he raised me on a secluded island where it was just the two of us. And it's said, not says, I replied nonchalantly. They both stared at me like I had two heads. What? Did I say something weird? Is there something on my face? I asked, immediately checking my... What? My what? Immediately check something on my face. Said body part with my hands for anything out of place. Ding dang dong. That's breakfast. Let's go. And don't think this conversation is over. We're definitely going to dive into your history, your past, while we eat, Maggie ordered, standing up. I gave Caden a... I looked to Caden for help, but he was already standing up and following the beautiful girl. My dad says, always listen to the woman. He shrugged nonchalantly. My dad always says, listen to the woman, he shrugged nonchalantly as he followed after Maggie. I looked around the room. I looked around me. and saw that the rest of the room was already in motion. It seemed as if I'd been outvoted. So, with a shrug, I hurried after my two new classmates. All right, there we go. Track 6, 61. What are we at? An hour and 30 minutes? Call it for a Saturday. Oh, hi, cat. Little monster. You sleeping, huh? Hi, little kitty. Can't see her, but you can see her if I go like, hi, little kitty. Hey, little girl. She's cute. All right. Game over. Save this. I still have work to do today. It won't be on stream. I got a lot of speech to text, recording, and all sorts of stuff. I'll probably do some more editing off camera. But I don't really want to talk anymore. And yeah. So let's see. What else is there I could do? Blah, blah, blah. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We had a lot of people watching today. 8 or 9 people. A lot of people watching on X is interesting. I find it interesting that a lot of people watch on X. The most people watch on X. I think X might be the main town square. We also have people on Kick, and thank you, Kick was the first one. But yeah, streaming to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Kick, X, Rumble, and I'm trying to get Instagram, but Instagram just doesn't want to work. I wonder if I have to figure it out. But I'll figure it out. Anyway, let's do a quick look at the books, see how they're doing, and then we'll call it out, right? Call it a day. Saturday. See if anybody said anything nice about me. No, nothing nice. GEFM, not compelling enough. Book 6 seems to be the result of the author running out of ideas. I enjoyed all of the previous books, but I never got the point of this book. Perhaps it was set up to create a new series focused on expanding the influence on the chef on the history of this world. I hope that the next book is more interesting. From Chef to Crafter to Conqueror, Book 6, Expansion. That's why I don't get mad. Because here's the next one, right? I have thoroughly enjoyed the differing perspectives. The history recounting fills in so many spaces in my limited understanding of Asian history. There is nothing that I dislike or feel could be improved, except I can barely wait for the next book. And see such a, I hate it, it's fine, it's great, you know, that's what happens when you read comments. Try not to do it, get stuck in it. So we need 76 more followers, folks, 76 to break that 5K. How's sales doing? Sales, we are, okay, look at this. So this is cool. I wasn't going to talk about this earlier. I forgot about it. 18,871. That's the rank in the Kindle store. And I showed earlier it was like number 20 or something in the category. So here, we'll just pop up here. 4.6 now. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? In the time that we started this podcast, in an hour and a half, we've gotten 10 more ratings popped over, and now we're at 4.6, 4.5 to 4.6. So as this cruises up in rank, people keep buying it. And look at this. So we have 140 ratings on Goodreads. It's a 4.5 on Goodreads. Goodreads is always lower than Amazon. Always. Almost 99% of the time. Goodreads rankings are lower. But we're killing it, man. It's fucking killing it. I am super excited. And thank you, everybody, for reading the books. They're killing it. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. If you hadn't read it, read them. But here's what I wanted to show, which is great about being up there. And I think I might have shown this earlier, but now book 1 is number 16 on the chart, you know? So now we're 16. We probably also have books 3's there. There are book 2's there at number 32. Book 3 should be probably in page 2. Book 3. Let's see if we find book 3. Yep. Okay. There's book 5, 4, and 3. So all 6 books are in the top 100 of the category, you know? And for the next month, we'll just capitalize on that. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. You can't complain about that. And even the other books will pop up in rank and stuff as they go on. When I re-release Warrior Academy, that's going to do really well. I'm really excited about it. When this book comes out, it's going to be really, really good because it's so much longer. It's going to be double the length, and the writing's so much better, and it's all just more polished. The covers are dope. Like, there's just really so much, I don't know. It's so exciting. And I've never put so many books out at one time in such a fast way. Like, normally I release 1 to 2 books a year. It's just the speed of what I write. And then I took like pretty much a whole year to bank books. So I got these 3 books with Athon, which is the mercenary reincarnated as a chef. And then these Warrior Academy books, which will be 3. That's 6 books. From Chef was 7. 6. Book 6 was 7. And then I have book 7 from Chef. So that's 7 books. And then I have ISLANDLIT, which I'll have done by April at the latest. So that's 10 books. 10 books this year. Never in my life have I nothing close to that. So if I can't make 7 figures this year, I don't even know fucking how. Like, it's just, I don't know. But yeah. All right. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out the books, check out the books. If I have any promotions, I'll pop those out. I think I'll probably have something soon from the audio people from Tantor, and I'll put those up. If you can't, as always, if you can't afford the books, let me know. Shoot me an email. I'll send you something. You know, I understand. I used to be there. It is what it is, you know. Chill, more chill, more chill. And yeah, it's exciting, man. It's easy to just, right now is when it's easy to like take the foot off the gas and chill out and not keep pushing. But you just gotta treat it like a job. Regular job can't just work an hour a day, no matter how much you would like to, you know. But all right, Saturday, 10 o'clock. Have a great day. I'm out of here. I'll be back tomorrow on Sunday. Probably gonna do a podcast with Dom, Storyforge Podcast, episode 23. He's got a book coming out with Athon as well, Destroyer of Gods, on the 18th, 3 days. So we'll probably do the podcast will probably be a story in his world where we just, you know, off the cuff, on the fly, make things up. It's a progression fantasy with like martial art, like super martial arts elements, you know, in the world of like floating islands and like rival clans and stuff. So it's super exciting, super exciting. And also what's cool about it is I get to see how his book does before mine comes out. And I get to see what kind of Amazon Athon push it gets, which is really exciting. It's really exciting. And yeah. So I'm outie 5,000. Everybody, again, thank you so much. Check out the books, Gabriel Rathway, From Chef to Crafter to Conqueror, books 1 through 6, I Am Gamer, 1, 2, 3, White Soul, Black Soul, Blue Soul, no, just White Soul, Earth Online, and then in 2 weeks, Warrior Academy book 1 will be re-released, and it can't wait. So yeah, peace out, everybody. Have a great Saturday, and deuces. Ending stream.